way in which I do this, because from here on in, you're on your own. Ace number 2, ace number 3, ace number 4. Did you see anything peculiar take place?
No,
I dealt that one off the bottom.
Oh.
In gambling parlance, it's called the bottom deal. Now, on top of each and every ace, I'm going to place 3 cards, face down. And you remember, 3 cards on top of each and every ace. And if you recall, at the very beginning of the effect, I did place the cards face to face, so it should not come as any surprise or shock to you that some are face down as opposed to the cards face up. The important thing is that there are 4 aces. Everyone has a favorite ace. Which one is yours?
Spade.
Spade.
Ace of spades.
You sure now?
Mm-hmm.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cover that with a packet of cigarettes. There are 3 aces remaining. Which of these 3 aces do you want me to use?
Diamonds.
Diamonds. That's a money card, Bob. Mm-hmm. So what I propose to do is to cause the ace of diamonds to leave my parcel of cards and make it go beneath that packet that you see in front of you that you personally selected, random selection. I think you'll agree with me. I couldn't work any slower, nor could I work any closer. There's the ace of diamonds, the one that you depicted. I'll take the ace, turn it face down. Remember, that ace of spades is face up in a face down parcel of cards. If I were to turn that over and deal out the 5, the 6, and the joker, place the ace here. I say ace go, you say ace come.
Ace come.
Look. 8 and 9.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
There are 2 aces remaining. Which of these 2
clubs.
are the clubs? All right. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'd like to see this again. This is confusing me because I'm watching it from a different vantage point. I'm going to take that ace of clubs and push it into the deck. Now realize the problem. I first must palm that out, turn it face down, and slip it under those cards, which are contained beneath the packet of cigarettes. You think I can do that?
I have faith.
Look. I say ace go, you say ace come.
Ace come.
Did you see me do anything?
No.
I did nothing, but I did it well. Look, let's check the cards. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4. Namely, 3 of clubs, 10 of clubs, queen of clubs, queen of diamonds.
Fantastic.
I'll do this one more time, but I'll do it in slow motion. There's the ace of diamonds. The same problem prevails. I first must palm that out in my right hand, turn it face down, and slip it under those cards. If I can do that, I think it'll be witness to a miracle. I said I was going to do it in slow motion. Remember, the ace is face up in a face down parcel of cards. I say ace go, you say ace come.
Ace come.
There we go. 1, there's 2. There's the 3 of hearts. There's the 2 of clubs. There's the 4 of spades. Place the ace on top. I say go. Did you see it? Look.
It went.
The 4 represents, if I've been successful, that the 4 aces should be under the packet of cigarettes.
Beautiful. Beautiful. You run through it, showing, because that's the main thing we want to see if that works and comes across. The show part of the show and tell.
Well, that I have to work the camera for. That was we made actually close on each section.
That's a good idea. Right.
Yeah, I just assumed, frankly, that we saw the routine, right? Instead of using this as a session to try and see if this works, so we should use this as a magic lesson.
All right, well, why don't you let him just go through it then at the wide shot? Just let him, no, I mean right now, showing. Just let him go through it showing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah, go ahead and show it, and then we'll go through with the magic lesson.
Yeah.
What is required are 16 cards.
Right.
4 aces represents 4. These are normal. 4 added to the remainder, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. This set of aces are gimmick. These are double-faced cards. So that preparatory, prior to the effect, you place the gaffed cards, these 3 away from those aces, if I place these here.
Now, do they have to be in a specific order, the real aces?
No. Yeah, let's check it out. It's a good point. The ace of spades must be uppermost. The reason for that, that's the one missing component from the 3 gaffers. In other words, here we have ace of hearts, ace of clubs, ace of diamonds. So therefore, whatever is missing goes in fourth position.
Right.
So that's your setup. You have your 4 regular aces, 3 straight cards, 3 gaffed cards, followed by the remainder. Place a rubber band around it, remove the rubber band, and go into whatever pat or spiel you so desire. The next important thing is to count the cards, and you explain that you have 16, not 15, not 14, which really pronounces 16 cards. You have the spectators count with you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Picking these up, say the principal plays are the 4 aces. Now as I spread these out, as I spread the aces out, I push forward on these 3, thus jogging this ace. That's grossly exaggerated, but to get a point across anyway.
Right.
These are placed down so that the ace of spades remains jogged, extending. Starting from your left to your right, you deal out 3 cards, 3 cards again, and 3 cards. These then would be the gaffers in that position. Turning these face down, scoop them up, and you show that the cards are face to face. You turn the packet over several times to prove the point. Actually, it's an obvious point. You then leapfrog, go to this packet, and place this on top. Again, you show the condition. But realizing you have 6 cards face up, you turn the packet over. There are now 6 cards face down, and come back to its original starting position, which is 6 cards face up and 3 in the sandwich in the middle. Then you call attention to these cards, which are really the aces, and you ask the spectator, what are these cards? And you get a little byplay. You say, would you bet your life on it? Yes, there are the 4 aces. And you say, emphatically, it's very important that you realize how these aces go in relationship to the other cards, face down. That leaves this card still extending. These are the gaffers. These are placed on top. Now here's the move, side view.
I'm gonna zoom in on this.
Okay.
Okay. You pick up with a thumb, push in, and maintain a break
With your little finger?
with a little finger.
Yes.
You continue to push forward about ½ an inch so that you get an extension here. Now this hand must mask it, because if I turn the hand over, the spectators would see the aces. So how do you mask it? You come forward this way. That gives you the shade. The cards are still extended, but they're hidden. By pushing down then and pulling back, you get an automatic break. Now you ask the spectator, if I decided to cut the aces, should they be face up or face down? The perceptive layman would say face up, you cut. Now this is what you've done. You have the straight ace here and the 3 gaffers beneath it. You say, still maintaining the break, by reversing the count, you get the straight ace with a back. And by reversing the procedure, you square them up, extend them forward from the front of the deck. This enables you to turn the hand over so that they see the backs. You don't say, look, they all have backs. You just say, I'm going to deal the aces here, 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 and here. Now the stage has been set. You deal out ace number 1. You don't call it by name. Ace number 2. When you come to the 3rd one, you merely peel off the bottom one. And you do it slowly, but neatly, and then you ask, you say, did you see an uncommon occurrence? And they'll say no, or they'll say yes. You say, well, that's called the bottom deal. I just wanted to see if you were paying attention. A little byplay. Gets a little smirk on the face or a little laughter. You turn these 3 cards face up and then again face down. Now that's the principal ace. So you leapfrog and you deal 3 cards here. Reason for that, the next sequence is very important. It's the integral part of the program, because if I were to deal these cards, obviously I couldn't do so, because then I would expose the 3 aces. So at this point you break. And you say, if you recall, I placed the cards, take them away with the right hand, face to face. You place them back in reverse condition. Now you make the point that as you deal, it shouldn't come as any surprise or shock that some of the cards are face down as opposed to the cards face up. So ultimately we have
All of them.
the three aces here. Now at this point, you can have the spectator, I generally say, everyone has a favorite ace. Generally speaking, 99% of the time, you ask the spectator to name his favorite ace, he'll take the big bullet, obviously. Supposing he doesn't, supposing I said, which is your favorite ace, call out another ace.
Diamonds.
I'll tell you what, Bob, that's your name, isn't it?
Yes.
You have a good memory.
Good memory.
Okay. Give me a number between 1 and 4.
2.
2. Do you want me to count to it or spell to it? Do you recall this?
Yes.
Yeah.
I showed you.
Yeah.
Do you want me to go through it?
Count.
Yeah, because it's for the
Yeah.
Okay.
Count.
So if he says count, you count starting from your right. 1, 2. If he says spell, you spell T-W-O. You fall on the same packet. If he says 1, he's a real wiseacre, you spell it O-N-E. If he says 3, you can either count or spell. By counting, you start at the left. 1, 2, 3. You fall to the apex pile. If he says spell it, you say T-H-R-E-E. 4 has no out. So you say between 1 and 4. Then emphatically you say between 1 and 4.
Right.
In either case, they select this one. Spectator's hand goes on top. Now they call out an ace.
Diamonds.
Diamonds. Now, the suits represent different things. Heart represents love, club, travel, diamonds, money, spades, bad news. So they always go for the brighter side. You say, diamonds, that's a money card. Set the stage, push these apart.
Zooming back now, or you're coming close on it? Okay.
Deal these cards face up. This is your gaffer. Of course, you don't disclose it. Do that, calling attention to it. You say, the purpose of you selecting this, and my purpose is to cause this card to vanish from my parcel of cards and make it go beneath that one, which you're holding or covering with your hand. Now remember, this is a gaffed ace. You split 2 and 2. You casually turn these over, and you're showing the backs, and you're saying, this is the ace you chose. In squaring up the cards, I got a break, and maintaining it, I turn over the double face card along with the extra card to show that it too has a back. Getting in the glide position, you now perform, as I turn it over, the glide. At this point, the middle finger pulls out the ace. And at this point, you say the ace is face up in a face down parcel of cards. Pushing this back together, squaring up the whole mess, remove the top card. They assume this to be the ace. Actually, it's the 2 already. This is your gaffer. And using this as a pointer, you say, here we have the 5, the 4, and the 4. And I'm going to place the ace on top of your hand. You say ace go, he says ace come, and it changes. Second ace, Bob.
Club.
Club. This one, by way of variation, you leave it face up, and you stick it in third position. You open up the fan, you say, realize the problem. I first must remove this card with my right hand, turn it face down, and slip it under your hand, all in one move. Do you think I can do that? That generally gets a little laughter, a little reaction from the audience. You now do the Elmsley count. Should I explain this, or?
Yes, go ahead and go through it.
Okay. Holding the deck and dealing position in the left hand, because I'm a right-hander, you pull the top card away, like so. There's 1 card here, 3 cards here. The right hand now removes the 3 cards, and I count 1. I then push and apply pressure. You'll notice that by doing that, I carry 2 cards away. I'll do it again slowly. By applying pressure with my right thumb, it enables me to push 2 cards off. I pick up the card in my left hand, leaving the 2 in my left, and I've switched packets. So that's 2. That now becomes 2. This is 3, and this is 4. The gaffer ends up here. By virtue of the fact that I turn the packet over, I say, let's check the cards. There's the 3, the joker, the 8, and the 6. Second vanish has occurred. But about this time, the spectators are in awe of you, really. So you say, I'm going to do this again in slow motion. Push in the ace, spread them out, and say, realize that I have the same problem. I first must palm that out in my right hand, turn it face down, slip it under your hand, all in one move. So you do this, holding it in this particular position. I'm going to do the Elmsley count to the right instead of to the left, as previously shown. 1. Now I push off and apply pressure, so there are 2 cards here. I switch. Keeping them together, I say, look, there's the 3 of hearts. There's the Queen of clubs, showing the backs. There's the Queen of diamonds, showing the backs again. Assumedly, I lay the ace. Actually, it's not. It's the last indifferent card. Taking or removing the spectator's hand away from all the cards, you very dramatically display the 4 aces beneath his hand.
Great.
I think the explanation tells us.
It's terrific. You did it just beautifully.
Perfect.
Just perfect.
Frank is going to work so good.
I'm going to sound like Humphrey Bogart to you. That's the way my voice comes
That's
out.
all right.
That's great.
I just hope there isn't so doggone much background noise out
Oh, it'll be all right.
outside.
You're the direction.
Yeah.
Are we on?
Yep.
Right.
This is Paul Rosini's opening trick. I'm going to stand up for this.
Sure,
Fine.
sure.
No problem. It's still the same place. Oops. No, it isn't.
No, not now, it isn't. Yeah, don't think I moved anything, but you can
You will
double
not
check.
believe this. It's a beautiful concept. Paul was primarily a nightclub performer, no good for stage, but nightclub, a little bistro type of thing in the round, great. And after the show, he would approach the table, or someone would say, Paul, you were marvelous, or so, and he was a drinker of sorts, and he'd, knock down a few, and he said, let me show you some magic. And show you the trick
Hold it a
with
Yeah, you
little
gotta
lower.
stay
Yeah,
lower like
deck
that.
of
Yeah.
cards. I'll show you something with the 4 aces. 4 aces. Let me just find them first. There's the ace of clubs. Ace of hearts. Ace of diamonds. And lastly, leaves only 1 ace of spades. Now what I'm going to do is take the 4 aces, place them face down. Bob, I'm going to deal the aces helter skelter. Would you be able to tell me where the ace of spades is?
No, I wouldn't be able to.
Take a wild stab. Which one would you think?
This
Look at this. Some magic. This is peculiar because every card across the board,
That is a lovely trick.
the kings.
Yeah.
Now you may be wondering what happened to the aces. Look, you can't see it, but you can hear it. Listen. Isn't that a nice trick?
Yeah, that's right.
Very nice.
Did you pick up on it?
I saw you pull out a packet underneath the last ace.
No. Okay.
Is that right? I mean,
No. Partially, but I mean, it's worked out. I had a few touches. I had a few touches that I added to it. Yeah, I'll show you. The principal layout of the effect is interesting. You take the 4 kings, place a card, any card, behind that. Take either the 8 or the 9. That goes face down, followed by the ace of spades. Because I'm using a 9 of diamonds, 8 of diamonds goes here. The other 3 aces are displaced into the deck at 3 different intervals, like so. And this particular setup, as you see it here, ace followed by the 9 of diamonds, 4 kings, and a different card on top of the deck. Now, this is where the, I'll show it to you. Say, you pronounce the fact that you're going to remove the 4 aces. You're going to show them something with the 4 aces. You extend the aces out, like so. Calling each one out. Ace of clubs, ace of hearts. Third one, ace of diamonds. Now, here it's a bit cheeky because you spread the cards. See, I'm holding them tight. When I come to the ace of spades, and of course this would be tilted down, here's what I do. I jog this up, which is really a packet of a reverse card and 4 kings and the indifferent card. But you hold it as one, tilting down, of course you get the illusion, buckle, removing the 6. So ultimately they see the 4 aces. Of course this they wouldn't see. This would be...
Right.
Now you just square these up. This is an 8 of diamonds. Watch what happens. I pick off the whole lot, reverse them on top of the 8 of diamonds. However, when I spread them out again, the 8 has become a 9, and these are the kings. Casually cutting the cards brings the aces to the middle. This is set down on the table. And then you ask the spectator, which do you think is the ace of spades, pot luck, as the ace of clubs, followed by the king of diamonds, king of hearts, king of spades. So you may be wondering what happened to the aces. You can't see it. Oop, there they are.
It is a lovely
It's a nice trick.
Yeah, it is. Really nice. That's great.
So, how do you set them up now?
All right, here.
Let me, have you got another deck there that I can play with in the meantime? Good.
So, let's see. Okay, like this.
Right here. Get an 8 of diamonds and 9 of diamonds, or a 7 of diamonds and 8 of diamonds.
8 and 9's better because the curves are
more or less alike.
more or less alike.
One pip missing, really.
Right. Must be...
So the 4 kings you place together, right? Take the 9, face down, followed by the ace of spades, followed by an indifferent card, any card, underneath the kings. You got that?
Yep.
8 of diamonds goes on the face of the deck.
8 diamonds on the face.
No.
Okay.
Disperse the other 3 aces every 12th card or so. This is a beautiful effect, really, at a bar where you have subdued lighting, you know, where here, don't forget you have the spotlights and everything, so you pick up on a lot of things that you ordinarily wouldn't pick up. And the luck goes on top. You remove the cards from the case and you say, I'm going to show you a demonstration with 4 aces. So you run through, as you pull out each ace, or as you discover each ace, push it forward and come back so that it remains jutting. And call it by its name. The ace of diamonds as the ace of hearts, and so forth and so on. Now, up until the time you discover the 3rd ace, now you have to hold this rather close. Because this is critical. You don't want to spread.
Right.
You go through 1 card at a time. It doesn't matter.
Right.
All right, now look. When you get to the ace of spades, square up the whole lot. Bring it up forward, and with the middle finger, buckle the bottom card. Okay? I have this in this position, almost like a thumb clip. Look, no. Clip, like thumb palm.
Oh, I see.
No, clip the corner, like here.
Oh, yeah.
Like so. That does 2 things. It doesn't allow the cards to spread. Once they're behind, buckle and bring down the ace of clubs. Close the whole thing.
No, I got to here. Buckle?
Come on up. Come on up. Bring it up.
Right.
And buckle, bring that down.
Right.
Nice little touch. Now look, just pinch down with your middle finger and your thumb of the right hand, pull out the whole lot and reverse it.
I'm not going to get them all.
Pinch hard. That's it. Square it up. Now you say, I'm going to deal these out helter-skelter.
Oops.
Be critical. That should not have shown.
Oh, well, I don't have 4 cards though on top. I must have screwed up.
You pulled out one less,
Right.
Bob.
Right.
All right?
Yeah,
At
there's
this
a king
point,
still on the bottom.
just casually cut the cards in half, thus burying the cards, the aces.
Well, why do I... Oh, you still have one. That's right.
Yeah. And this goes face down on the deck.
Oh, I've got to casually cut the card. Right?
Face down. Now you say, you move this about, like the Monty tosses.
Right.
Would you be able to tell me where the king, the ace of spades, and you turn these over, and they prove to be the 4 kings. That's a first surprise. Then quite casually you pick up, you say, you may be wondering what happened to the 4 aces. Spread the cards out, there are the 4 aces, and you can go into a 4-ace trick or
Right.
whatever.
That's cute. I like that one.
It's a nice little trick, really.
All righty, we can go on to another one now,
Yeah.
because we don't have to stay on each one of them so long.
Yeah. Play that back.
What would you like?
You name it.
Yeah.
Unless you want to do, well, do you have any other interesting card trick or
Money.
sponge balls or?
Want sponge balls? We'll do
You
sponge
want to
balls.
do sponge balls, Bob?
Let me show you one trick with the cards.
Okay,
anyway, that
fine.
I don't think I showed you. Bob, remove the card, look at it, show it to Owen. Don't show it to me because I know the trick. Huh? Remember the card. Did you see it? Yes? Shuffle the cards. Give the deck a cut. Like so. Good. Now here's what I'm going to do. You remember the card? I'm going to show you some cards. Please remember your card. Do this. Okay. And if you see a card and I ask you, say that you saw it. Huh? Did you see it?
No.
Am I going too fast?
No.
Or? You see it? Yeah? See that? See it here?
No.
All right. If it's not in this packet, it must be in this packet. Now what I propose to do, I don't know where it lies. I'm going to push the face-up packet through the face-down packet. And the face-up packet, if I've been successful, should capture or remove your card from the face-down packet. But I'll do it slowly so you can appreciate the sleights involved. All right? You see anything yet? Here's the move in slow motion. You see it? It's done. See?
Gee, that's too
One
bad.
face-down card. Now, we'll go one step further. For the first time, name it.
King of Hearts.
I'm going to spell it out. One card for each letter. K, I, N, G, O, F. That's king out. H, E, A, R, T, S.
Now that is a nice one. Did you see any of the moves?
I thought I saw things, but I didn't really see.
Well, that's a nice premise,
Right.
a very
Yeah,
interesting
good.
trick. And interesting because, well, it's very effective for laymen. And if you do it for magicians, you blow them away with a counterpart of spelling it.
Yeah.
You say, now, what did he do, or whatever. I must admit I goofed on this, but nevertheless, it worked out fine anyway.
Yeah, we didn't see anything.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see anything.
Take your card.
Okay,
Yeah,
so,
we didn't have card. I'll just turn it over this time, right?
Okay. Jack of clubs. The card is placed back. Place it back face down. So we know it's the Jack of clubs. As I do this, look, I come here and I push this card forward so that in lieu of doing that, the selected card's on the bottom. Right? So I maintain a break. Now you give it a double cut, bringing it to the bottom. At which point,